Welcome on in, guys. Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking us on out. Excuse the lighting in this episode. Lamp went out. It's 1 a.m. Not looking for a new light bulb right now. Just got back from the Kaseya Center. Heat lose 109-108. Probably the most crushing loss of the season based on the Goosies and how high they were in the building. It was Udonis Haslem night. Number 40 getting raised to the rafters. And you just lose in just absolutely crushing fashion. Had a 4-point lead with 30 seconds left. And Dejounte Murray decided to make Heat fans fawn over him a little bit more. So we'll get to that part of it. But I want to start off just by saying what a tremendous job the organization did with UD's jersey going to the rafters. It was an awesome ceremony. To have some words from his late parents. You can see it touched him immediately, and they put 3 seats in there for his family members that had passed, and you could just tell that, UD had the glasses on, and I think that was his kind of fail-safe for him, and he had said that he had written this speech, but he couldn't get through it because he couldn't gather himself based on just the emotions of that moment. It was really cool to see just the lineage of players who had come back. I don't recall a player getting that type of span on things. I mean, of course, Zoe's always there, but to have from Zoe to Hardaway, who were up in the rafters too, to Quentin Richardson, to Darrell Wright, to Jason Williams, to obviously Karan's on the coaching staff, but to have Goran there. And it was just so awesome to see the connectivity of Udonis Haslem and how he is just this through line through so much greatness and so much winning and the embodiment of like everything the organization stands for, and to see how many people were just happy for him to have this moment in his city. It was awesome, man, and I'm really happy for Udonis Haslem, and him talking to Dwayne about teaching him how to dream was really, really cool. And I was there at halftime when he spoke about what he hopes this moment is going to be, and this is what UD had to say about that.
Don't cry. That was first, and secondly, I earned it. I earned it. It was not given. I had to work twice as hard just to have a seat at the table. So to finally see that, I hope that there's somebody that can relate to this, because I think all of us have been in situations where somebody has told us what we can't do, what we're not capable of, put a cap on us. Where I come from, a lot of people don't like to see us make it out. They like to keep you in that situation. So to be able to get out and make it and excel and succeed, hope it's a great example for other kids, in Miami and Liberty City, and for my kids as well. Like I said, Dwayne taught me how to dream. This is a dream come true.
It was awesome, man. And he, I think, is certainly going to have a huge impact way past basketball for the people of this city. And so just really, really happy for him. The game, it was interesting because I was watching, this is, the second, I haven't done games like this in a while, where it's like I'm cutting a lot of stuff in game while the game is going on. So I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I watched the first half. I thought that you were flowing pretty well and things were going good. I missed basically all of the third quarter because I was editing Udonis Haslem videos to post on platforms and all that type of stuff. So I didn't see. I just kind of kept looking up, and I was noticing that the Heat had the game in hand, and then all of a sudden, as the third is winding down, just complete meltdown. And apparently, the Heat had gone 4 minutes in the last third quarter of not scoring. So that was very disappointing. So they come out of the first half, and it's a contested back and forth. It's really, really close, and Miami definitely in a spot where it's way too close for comfort. You want to find your way, because you just don't want to have a team this is an Atlanta team. They don't have Trae Young, who, yes, Miami has a lot of success against anyway, but they are down their top scorer. They're not known as a defensive stalwart of a team, and I really felt at a point where it was like, Jay Rich and Jimmy had back-to-back possessions of steals and getting to the rim. I was like, all right, let's get this going. But they just never could just put them away. And it'd be like as soon as they would get a lead, then Garrison Matthews would hit a three. And as soon as, the Heat got to a point where Jay Rich had gotten a three and that put them up 5. But, then there would be like another possession where the Heat, Tyler Hero had to look right at the rim and he throws it right into the Hawks bench. And I was like, what the hell's going on there? And so he has that turnover and Bogdanovich comes back, gives Atlanta back the lead. And Spo calls a timeout, 4.5 left. Bam gets, back where he's late in the shot clock. They throw more bodies at him, which has definitely been a strategy ever since he's won this Eastern Conference. You want to talk about putting people on notice and on the radar. Certainly it feels like since that happened, they've thrown a lot of bodies at Bam. But he comes out of the timeout, 24-second violation. He's just like, sheesh. It was just rough to watch, man. And then there'd be another one where like Jimmy would kick it to Tyler. He's in the corner. Looks like he has a good look at the three. No, he goes for the runner. That's no good. Jalen Johnson comes back. He hits a runner, so it puts them up 3. So, the Heat were just in this whole battle back and forth in the last couple of minutes. And then all of a sudden, with Atlanta up 4, Jimmy then kind of goes into takeover mode, and he's like, all right, steal, jam, gets that going. And then Jimmy Butler goes right to the rim, foul on Sadiq Bey, 3-point play, less than 2 minutes left, MVP chance for Jimmy Butler. You're like, all right, we're home. Take this one home, everybody. All right, should be good. Then the next possession, he get the ball back, Bam Adebayo, baby jumper, puts the Heat up 3. Looking good. But then comes back, Capella goes to the line. He actually makes both of his free throws. All right, we're fine. We're still fine. We're fine. We're all fine. And then Tyler Hero gets a kick from Jimmy, hits a 3-ball, boom, puts the Miami Heat up 4. All right. Atlanta, they cut the lead yet again. Tyler comes back, misses a jumper, and Dejounte Murray comes down, gets the rebound, rises up for a deep 3, puts Atlanta up 109-108. You're just like, oh. Now, mind you, just on this, he had just had a game winner against the Orlando Magic. And yes, we had talked about previously in one of the videos today about his flirtation with the Miami Heat, which had only been confirmed. He had told Barry Jackson, I don't know the exact quote in front of me. It was something to the effect of Barry had asked him about that. And he's like, oh, just honoring the legends. I was like, huh? Honoring the legend. Oh, here it was. Let's see. He said, what did he say? Why did he do that? He said, quote, it's respect for the legends that have played this game the right way before. That's all it is. And he then was asked by Barry if the Hawks did trade him, would the Heat appeal to him? And he says, I have no comment, which is not no. So Dejounte Murray, look, this dude has, I think, Heat fans very hot and bothered after this performance. And I got to tell you, I haven't watched a lot of Dejounte Murray press conferences, but I watched or listened to it on the way home. And I was like, because I was doing Heat. And he gives a shout out to Udonis Haslem. He goes, I refer to him as the OG. He's so adorable. Like he invented that. And, he's like, it's tough to spoil the party of OG. And I was like, oh, you little rascal. You're just trying to give me the tingles and the goosies and the feels, aren't you, Dejounte? The guy has been onions this week. It's honestly funny. It's like, wow, why are they building around? Like, why are they not like moving off? Because this guy just like, he's like, I'm a leader. I've always been a leader. And that's Trae Young's organization. I get it. But I don't know, man. That guy looks like he's a lot of fun to play with. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm not in a good place right now. I'd trade 4 first-round picks for him, whatever they want. I think it's tough not to notice, like in that kind of night where everybody is there. Gogi. Gogi and Tim Hardaway sitting next to each other, the two best Heat point guards together. That was great. Chalmers was there today with Q Rich. What a night, man. Sucks that it got ruined. In fact, Bam afterwards, he said, "I was sick that we lost to Udonis Haslem night."
I'm sick we lost this game, just because he embodies winning. He's one of those people, truth be told, during the date when they told him what it was, he called me right away and was like, "Hey, man, the only thing that's going to make me happy, we get to win." When you take stuff like that to heart and you come out with this type of game and you lose on, a special night like this, especially for a guy that's undrafted, 3 championships, with the same organization for 20 years, he's an anomaly. He's one of those people who they don't come around often because it's not a lot of opportunity in this league for, guys like that. So for him to have this moment, I'm blessed to be a part of it. I'm blessed that, he's my OG. But, I'm really down that we lost this game on this night.
I haven't even gotten to the final play yet. So, anyway, the Heat are down 1. There's 2 seconds left after the Murray 3-point shot. And they draw it up. Inbounds pass to Jimmy Butler in the corner. He doesn't shoot it. He passes it right to Caleb Martin, who doesn't really, get it clean and doesn't even get the shot off before the buzzer goes off. So, Heat lose by 1. Spo afterwards took blame for the mishap at the end of the game. He did not like his play call. He thought the coverage would be different.
Questions, guys? The way it played out on that play with 2 seconds left, in the huddle, was there the thought there was a time for a pass, and was it set up for a plan B beyond Jimmy?
Jimmy Butler also took blame.
I probably should have shot it, though, to be brutally honest. I guess I could have. I felt like I saw him take a step my way to come double. So I passed the ball to Caleb. I think I put him in a terrible position because I should be the one to take and make that shot.
I'm glad that everybody's so super accountable after a loss like that. That's nice. But no, this is a frustrating thing, man. It's a frustrating thing to have the Heat continue to go on these lulls. One of the other storylines that came out of this game, this definitely was a night, an eventful night. Kyle Lowry was moved to the bench. They went with a new starting lineup today. With basically they put Caleb Martin in the starting lineup, which I'd imagine ideally is going to be what they're going to do. Is once, say they make no trades. Once Jaime gets healthy, man, do they miss him. It's been ugly without Jaime. Once they get Jaime back, I imagine he's going to go back in the starting lineup. And I'll just say as an aside for Jaime real quick, I think one of the reasons why Jaime is so missed is because he can produce offense without plays called for him. Like, he will run to the rim and go get follow-ups, and he will cut to the basket and find easy baskets, and he's just always in the right place and always he's not, we've seen obviously, he's kind of been known for the footwork and can ISO and can do some sick things, but that's not the majority of his game. He's just normally just hustling his ass off, is always in the right place. And I think right now Miami is just stuck in neutral with what they were putting out there in the starting lineup. Now, this was asked in a question today with Eric Spoelstra with the change of whether or not this was an administrative decision, basically a disciplinary decision to bench Kyle, or was this a fit thing? And Spo did not go the route of discipline, although Kyle and him definitely are not sounding like they're eye to eye on this whole thing. So Spo had this to say on the whole ordeal.
Was the lineup change with Kyle a lineup change, or was it an administrative internal team matter?
with Jaime out there are some moving parts with this. So I'm not going to be just experimenting in the second half. This is about winning right now, but combinations and lineups do matter, and having Kyle kind of anchor that second unit while Jaime's out, I think is important. And also that starting group that can be dynamic. I think this is a small sample size, but we'll just see. We'll do whatever we have to do, in the second half of the season.
So that change was not about an administrative matter of something that happened earlier today?
What I just said. Should we repeat that?
No.
That's what I wanted to.
Trying to confirm that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
And then the quote that Kyle had given afterwards to the Miami Herald, or to reporters asked by the Miami Herald, is he said, quote, Spo wanted to see something different, wanted to have me come off the bench. Hopefully I'm starting on Sunday. I felt like I've done a good job as a starter. Now, Kyle Lowry, starting, not starting, is not scoring. He took 2 shots tonight in his, what did he finish tonight? He finished with 24 minutes, so this is his game log as of late. Tonight, 24 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4. He had 4 assists, 1 steal. He, the other night, played 29 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 9, 3 assists. In the overtime win against Brooklyn, 24 minutes, started that game, so same amount, 2 points, 1 of 5. Basically the same game that he had tonight, but he started instead of the bench. Game before that, Charlotte, 26 minutes, 0 for 3, 0 points. Houston Rockets, so this is dating back before the West Coast trip, 16 minutes, 2 for 3. I believe this was the game that he hurt his hand. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but he was also putting up some single digits on the West Coast trip too. Kyle Lowry has 1 double-digit game in 2024. That was against the Lakers. And obviously, we're getting back to the point. I don't want to go into a whole deep dive about his trade because of his contract being inspiring, but it didn't sound to me tonight like, after Spo said what he said, disciplinary or not disciplinary, did not sound like a coach who was like going back to giving Kyle Lowry the starting nod. This sounds like a guy who is trying to figure things out. Now, if Kyle does go back to starting, then yeah, I think honestly I am going to look and be like, well, was that disciplinary for whatever it was, minor or not? I mean, I don't know. But Spo's making it sound like, nah, this was basketball decision, and maybe whatever, if anything did happen, maybe that is, maybe that's, was a domino to push things over and make him go in this direction. We'll see. I mean, this is kind of the second time now where Kyle's been kind of matter of fact. Like, he said this in the preseason. He was like, I expect to be the starting point guard. Never demanded it, but put the expectation out there, and he ended up being the starting point guard. Didn't really, it was thought of something that was going to be of great drama. It really wasn't. Now we're in the middle of the season. His production offensively has dipped greatly. He's in a lot of trade rumors yet again. It's feeling a little eerily similar to last year, although last year you had the injury that surrounded it as well. So just something to kind of keep an eye on with this team, and I guess I put a pin in it until Sunday, and we know whether or not Kyle Lowry is going to start or not. But in the meanwhile, Dejounte Murray, what a show he put on. That was something. And just what a night for UD, man. I'm with Bam. I'm sick that they couldn't get the win. It was an awesome night for the organization to have that for him. He was awesome. The night was awesome up until the loss. It was a week full of feels, and just really happy for just one of the most beloved Heat players of all time. And and absolutely deserves to be up in the rafters forever. And ideally, and perfect that he gets to reside right next to his guy, number 3, D Wade. That they're going to be always right next to each other in the rafters. Perfect. And D Wade got to be there tonight with his wife and his daughter, UD's goddaughter. Just an awesome night, man. Awesome night from a memory standpoint. Just wish you could have not had it all snatched away by that game winner by the Hawks.